Hello everyone, I am Rachel from mercifulmornings.com, and on this channel you are going to find the education, the encouragement, and the support that you need for online teaching and also just for daily life. And today we are continuing a series that we're doing on the types of classes you can teach on Outschool. Now, if you've not already, go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell so that you will know when the next video pops up in this series and you can stay informed, make the best choices for your online teaching journey. Today, we're just going to jump into it. We've already done one video on an overview of the 4 types of classes you can teach on Outschool. So you can do the one-time class, which is what you do when you first start. That's the first one you'll do. You can do a multi-day class, which is what we're going to talk about today. You can do an ongoing class. That'll be the next one we cover next time. And you can also do a flexible class, which is a whole other animal and definitely deserves its own video. So today we are just talking about multi-day classes. I want to talk about what that looks like, what the requirements are, and the different types of classes that fall within this category. So with multi-day classes, I've got my fancy card again. I love my fancy cards. Boom. This is the multi-day class. Here are the specs you need to know. We're going to talk about all these things. So multi-day class, the first one I have on here listed is the short class, okay? You're just meeting once a week in a short course, once a week, but you meet 2 to 7 weeks. So with all of these types that we're going to talk about within this category, you are meeting more than once for your class. There is a start date, there is an end date, so it's a designated set of time that you are meeting with these students, and it is live. You are meeting on Zoom in person with these students in the classroom. So you are interacting live with the students. So those are the main criteria for a multi-day class. So back to that short class, you are gonna meet one time a week and it can be for 2 to 7 weeks. So this is good for subjects that you can't cover quite all in one class, or if you wanna build on the material, on the knowledge that you're doing with the students, that this is a good one for that. So if you do an intro for your one-time class for a subject, and then you want to do a series of classes, maybe you do the solar system and you just do a one-time class on the solar system, but then you want to cover each of the planets, right? So you can do a class that covers 1 or 2 planets at a time, and then the next time you'll cover the next 1 or 2 planets. This is one where you can break it down into more classes. Now, when people sign up for multi-day classes, they plan to come for all of the classes and they pay for all of the classes in one lump sum. So instead of when we do one-time classes, we say this is one time, and for this one little class, you pay this amount. For this one, if you're meeting once a week for 4 weeks, you say for this 4-week class, it's this amount. Maybe it's $40, $50 for all of those classes together. And they're gonna pay that chunk of money for all classes. They don't pay per class. They pay for all of them together. Now, after you've taught your first class, they've already paid the lump sum. So within the next week, within the next 7 to 8 days from your first class, you get paid for all of them. Okay, so you still have to teach the rest of the classes, but you get paid for that series of classes after your first class. Okay, so these, you got to think about these a little bit differently. Your pay is going to come all on the front end for the full amount for all the students, right? So the other thing to think is if you do have a 4-week class and you say, I want $40 for the whole class, every student pays that amount. So depending on how many students you take into your class, that can be a big chunk of change. So this is one where if you do have an idea for a series of classes or something that builds, maybe you're doing a writing assignment and you go through the process of writing, drafting and editing and all of that, you can do that over the course of a few weeks, charge a little more and have as many students as you're willing to take, and you can make a bigger chunk of change for this. And again, once you've got it planned out, you can offer this multi-day class over and over so you can repeat it and teach it more than once. to multiple students. So that's the short course. I hope all that made sense. The next one you can do on here, I'm actually going to jump down to the semester, down to the bottom, the semester class, okay? So for the semester class, you are meeting generally one or more times a week. You can do more than once a week, but this one you're going to go for at least 8 weeks. You can go longer, but it's at least 8 weeks long, okay? So think about when you're in school, you're taking a class for a full semester. That's about how long it needs to be at least. And so this is going to be more on the academic subjects probably. Say you are teaching a chemistry class and you need to build on the material as you go. This is something you can build on the material. Again, you price it for the whole class, the lump sum. They pay for the full lump sum up front, and you can have however many students you want to take in it. You get paid up front. Again, you're going to teach all of those classes that you've planned out to teach. So it's longer. There's probably more planning, and the longer your classes are, the more detailed you've got to be in that class description, okay? If you make a semester-long class, if it's 8 weeks or more long, you need to detail this out like it is curriculum, specific lesson plans, okay? Week 1, this is what we're covering, this is how we're learning it, these are the activities that we're doing. You need to be very detailed in what you're learning, how you're building on the knowledge, and what can be expected to have been learned by the end of your class. So you need specific learning goals, objectives, activities to really let the parents know what it is you plan to cover within that semester class. So at least once a week and at least 8 weeks long or longer for the semester class. Now this next one we're going to cover, and this is the last one I want to hit on, and it's big right now because as I'm filming this, it's June. Okay, so summer camps are a big deal right now, especially June 2020, because everybody is still, for the most part, staying home, quarantine, being safe. Summer camps are closed. A lot of the activities that our kids were going to do are closed. My kids are home. And so parents are looking for activities and social things for their kids to get involved in. So summer camps are a big deal right now, and parents are looking for them. So what this looks like is you're going to meet at least twice a week, at least 2 times within a week, and you can do it for 1 or 2 weeks. Think about when you go to summer camp, you're going for 1 or 2 weeks at a time. You don't typically go to summer camp for the entire summer. So this is something you can meet twice a week. You could meet 5 times within the week if you wanted. You could do 5 times a week for a week, or you could do 3 times a week for 2 weeks, however your class best fits within this time period. And this could be an academic thing. I have seen themed camps where it's something the kids really love: Pokemon, Minecraft, My Little Pony, Transformers, whatever it is, something that's really popular with the kids, but maybe you're teaching an academic subject. So we're gonna go to Minecraft camp and we're gonna learn about multiplication, right? Normally kids would not be like, yes, sign me up for multiplication, but if you make it fun and something they're really interested in, let them bring a toy to show or something, it's gonna go over a lot better. Or maybe parents just want kind of like a summer school, but they're not doing summer school and they need to review some of those skills that they didn't quite get there at the end of the year because of how crazy the school year got. You see what I'm saying? So just 1 or 2 weeks and at least twice a week. So you're going to have at least 2 classes or 4 classes if you do that 2 week. And just in your title, summer camp, okay? So if you want to do a creative writing summer camp, all you're doing is making a multi-day class, putting however many days you want in it within 1 or 2 weeks. And in the title, you can call it a summer camp. In your 1-sentence summary, call it a summer camp. And when parents go in looking for summer camps, those keywords are going to pop from your title and your 1-sentence summary. So it's just a multi-day class. There's nothing else fancy about it except that that's what you called it. And you make it a fun camp type environment. You can do this for arts and crafts. You can do this to talk about sports or teach baking. The world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want with this. But it's got to be listed as a multi-day class with all the specifications we've set. Same thing, everybody's gonna pay for the whole thing up front, right? So you're gonna price the whole camp, not each day individually. Here's the price for the camp. They sign up for it. After that first class, 1 week later, you get paid the lump sum and you just finish teaching all your classes, okay? So that is the gist of multi-day classes. They're a little more involved. There's a few more things to remember, but the basic idea is you're meeting more than once. There's a definite start date. There's a definite end date, and you are pricing for the class itself, not each time you meet. And that's how it's paid out as well. So that's it for this one today, guys. I hope that was helpful for you. If it was, be sure to like it and share it with anyone else who might benefit from this information. If you didn't already, check out the others that are out there. We've got the one-time classes already covered and the intro to the 4 types of classes for Outschool. And coming soon, so you'll be able to see them as well, are the flex classes and ongoing classes. Now, if you are already teaching for Outschool, hopefully this is helpful for you. If you are wanting to get on this crazy train, that is awesome, then email me. It's mercifulmornings@gmail.com. I would love to coach you through applying and course creation. It's my favorite. I love doing this. So there is a link below where you can apply, and it will connect us in the system if it's your first time going into Outschool. But just in case, you want to be sure and email me too, because they are not going to share your contact information with me. And if you want the coaching, we've got to connect. So be sure you email me as well and not just apply. So that way you can get all the resources and the goodies and the coaching and all of that. That'll help you really be successful at this job. All right. That's it for today. I hope everybody is having an awesome day. Please remember, there is always hope. So choose joy. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.